Thanks.
Let me go to my Colts tout, where I will speak on what to expect from the Colts in the next upcoming season.
Okay. I'm a new head coach.
First off, a new head coach. They say most likely we're looking towards the fact of Josh McDaniels. Heard speaks of Seattle's defensive coordinator.
Okay.
Chris something. I can't remember his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I've mentioned I didn't really think we would go with a defensive coordinator turned head coach again with this last one. Pretty sure it was going to go offense. With our most lacking this year was offense. I know our defensive ranking doesn't look the greatest, but it's a lot more to the numbers than what meets the eye. It's the more of the gameplay. If your offense is doing 3 and outs, guess who's on the field majority of the time? So, kind of when you're 32nd in scoring offense, it comes effective. But when you're 20th in defensive scoring, it shows that your defense is not giving up a lot, but your offense is just not putting up enough to keep the defense energized, fresh.
Yeah.
So, first off, going off, we need to go head coach. Head coach, I think, most likely looking towards Josh McDaniels, an offensive mind. He did have a stint with the Broncos prior. Didn't go too well. I think the first season went a little pretty decent. Towards the middle of that season, started breaking down. But it was more of a young Broncos team, which is almost like this Colts team. But it's more veterans in this Colts team that are almost established as far as offensively.
Sure.
T.Y. Hilton returning to the Pro Bowl for the third straight year.
Okay.
Which is amazing. Which will mark the Colts having a Pro Bowl player in every year since '98, which is pretty dope.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a long streak.
Shout to Peyton Manning.
Almost lost that one. Hey, whoa. Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison and Dwight Freeney made those two, right?
Sure did.
And Bob Sanders when he was healthy.
That 1 year?
Won the Super Bowl.
Do that.
It shows one defensive player makes a difference. As far as that goes, it's a lot of cleaning house that needs to be done. I think offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, special teams, everyone is probably going to be traded or taken out. I already seen a lot of wide receiver coaches and linebacker coaches and safeties already are gone. Offensive line, Joe Philbin already left. A wide receiver coach is going to get...
Philbin?
Yeah.
The same head coach from Miami?
Yeah, he was an offensive line coach.
Really?
Yeah.
How was the offensive line do?
Actually, not so bad.
I mean, he was the head coach, so you should have a lot of talent in his coaching.
Yeah. Honestly, they're not bad, but when you go down to media, how they look at stuff, they look at how many times we got sacked. We led the lead in giving up sacks. But no one pays attention to the fact that the young quarterback, again, when I bring him up, I'm not trying to bring him no bad mention towards Brissett. I think he did an amazing job, especially coming in only weeks into the first game of the NFL season. He held the ball a lot. And also, certain plays shouldn't have been. Like, you can't do play action if you haven't been running the ball. Doesn't make sense.
Who are you faking?
Who are you faking? If you didn't run the ball all quarter. Like, you can't play action 3 plays in a row and you didn't run all day. It doesn't make any sense. So, obviously, he gets hit. Certain plays he doesn't know. But that's whatever. Offensive line, I think we've had certain pieces with when Ryan Kelly went out. We have a great solid. Who played really solid was center Pearson. He may be a free agent. I'm not sure if we might keep him. If he's not, if a team needs a center, that'd be a nice little backup that you can bring along. We had great spots from Rashad Melvin, our cornerback. Had a phenomenal season. He's a rookie. He's become a free agent. I hope we pick him up, but with Quincy Wilson and all these young prospects, who knows if we keep them? We should, as well as Pierre Desir. I think the more the better. What I've learned that injuries plague this Colts team, especially on defense. So the more the better. Only makes sense. But what I would like to address that is not being addressed enough is I hear a lot of that Saquon Barkley be picked up or one of the running backs be picked up. Oh man, I wish I had his name right now.
Yeah, Carter Smith.
No. It's a running back out of I can't remember the freaking name. He just kind of reminds me of like He's almost like not really Adrian Peters. Oh, let me see. He's just one of those downhill running backs where it's just like, he'll be solid in any format. It just maybe might be health issues. That's why any running back. But if they decide not to go with Saquon Barkley and decide to go with a linebacker,
so we got Bryce Love, Karan Johnson.
There you go.
Okay.
I think he plays for UCLA. Auburn.
Yeah.
Running back. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2". Pretty solid back.
6 feet, 212.
212. He's a little scat bag, but I actually like him. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if we bring back Frank Gore. I think the best thing is to let Frank Gore go somewhere where he can win right away. He only has a couple of more seasons left. Frank Gore.
You mean that the LSU got Darius Juice?
No. Oh, I like Juice too.
I like him a lot.
I like Juice, but I'm not sure if he'll last that long as the second round. Maybe he might be dead.
Yeah, I think he should be in the first round.
I think he's a first round draft, but I think first round we should go for someone that we need as far as linebacker. That has been our play for years. Offensively, with Andrew Luck coming back, if not Brissett with his second year, will be perfectly fine. I like the running back Marlon Mack.
Okay.
I know they might not see him as a every down back, but I see him as almost like how Bears have Jamal Howard and Tariq Cohen, where that 1-2 punch, or like how Stewart and D'Angelo Williams,
or even like before Tay Benson years ago.
Exactly.
When they used to do it that way.
So you get yourself a back as far as I think it'll be that Johnson kid, because I don't think Juice is going to last that long. So you get a kid like that who's also, I think he can be a good 1-2 round pack, 1-2-3 round. He can do it all. I think he almost can do it all. He can catch out the backfield. He can block. Pretty solid back. You go focus on middle linebacker. The main issue is that on third down efficiency is when I our worst. And
I could probably get Malik Jefferson.
I see Malik early second round. Yeah, I do like Malik Jefferson.
If he lasts that long.
If he lasts long. So that's what I'm saying. I think our main concern is linebacker. If Malik Jefferson can last in the second round, boom, pick him up. I love it. I'm only concerned with Malik Jefferson is my concern with the last couple of linebackers we've had. He's suspect in coverage. So, Roquan Smith is by far one of the most elite linebackers who I've seen in coverage, which we have struggled against. So unless we can focus on getting someone on free agency, I think our draft should be mainly focused on middle linebacker. I know they say pass rusher, running back. Yes, we need a pass rusher.
What would the offensive line actually protect that franchise quarterback that's going to get murdered?
But I think the offensive line has a couple of top offensive linemen. As far as our left tackle, and our left guard, who's probably on a contract. He had injuries, so that might be the one we need to fix. But I don't see any real top offense. There's a lot of offensive linemen, top talents that I don't think you need to use in the first round. But I also wouldn't mind it in the first round. But to say that we just to go after a running back only solely just because we're like, hey, that would make it better. The offense was top 5 the way it was with Andrew Luck playing. Didn't need anybody else. He was top 5 in scoring. Had no problems with our offense. Still won't have no problem with the offense if he comes back. T.Y. Hilton's still an option. If you want to get somebody, you need to get a wide receiver. You have no one beside T.Y. Moncrief's on contract here.
Go sign Brandon Marshall or something.
Nah, we don't need him. Y'all tried him. You can have him. I like Jarvis Landry. I think that'd be a great signing if we pick him up.
Oh, he already said that he might be done talking to Miami. He feel like they lowballing him.
Of course they are. So I would love Jarvis Landry. I would love. I think the Colts are coming in, I think, 4th with the most money to spend behind the 49ers and the Browns.
That might make a lot of sense.
Why not spend that money? And why not, while you at it, throw a little whispers to Le'Veon. See if you get him. And
that would save Shaquan Barkley.
That will good. That's
I don't
that's
I don't think Le'Veon's getting out of the Steelers crutches like that.
They ain't getting off that headlock. But
at all. I mean, He's probably the best running back in the game the last 2 years. I don't think you just
Give it.
let him walk away for free
No.
without at least a draft pick or something.
You gotta give me Andrew Luck if you want him. But as well as that goes, I like the linebacker situation. I think a linebacker situation is what we always needed. I think they say pass rusher. Yes. Okay, fine. Jabal Sheard was third among defensive end on QB hurries. The most receptions that the Colts gave up were to tight ends and running backs. I'm just saying that to me just only points out one thing. You fix a linebacker, that's everything set. Now the linebacker, huh?
You may be able to go weak side linebacker.
If you a solid linebacker that can watch the tight end or the running back coming out off the little drop, the little check down running back that stays wide open, more sacks accumulate after that.
Correct.
Or more stops behind the pass accumulate after that.
He has no way of getting out.
He has no way of getting the ball. Yeah. Our wide receivers against the Colts had one of the fewest receptions. Our corners did amazing job. But they don't get showcased because they would give up receptions. But a lot of time third downs were being given up due to bad linebacker play. Not to say, like, John Bostic did a pretty solid job when he came in, but he's a little bit older. He's not the best. He's a very good run-stopping linebacker.
Tackler.
Yeah. And then beyond that is rookies or young, inexperienced linebackers who don't understand. Almost look like what Pittsburgh looked like when they didn't have their star linebacker. Look vulnerable. Yeah. That's the situation. That's who I think helps you down in fourth quarters. Is when your linebacker can make that ceiling third down because you can't tell me we're too far if in 16 games we had the lead in about a 12 going into the fourth or third quarter. Or if you have a lead in general in 12 out of 16 games, you're not too far.
You're not that bad.
You're not that bad. So, all right, you're saying offensively, so you're pretty much saying what y'all want the Colts to look like is what they used to look like. You want the offense to score 45 points while the defense gives up 30. And say, hey, we won them. No. I'd rather, if we can score 20 points with the offense, you're not putting all the pressure on Andrew Luck to make sure he has offensive plays. This is what gets Andrew Luck in injury prone. They say, oh, it's the offensive line. No. If Andrew Luck has to step back and throw the ball every time, you know he's going to throw the ball. You're going to throw blitzes at him. You know he needs to make the first down because if he doesn't make the first down, y'all going to get the ball back and most likely score. So you know he's going for it. So that causes Andrew Luck, the fighter in him, the winner mentality in his mind, to want to throw the ball more and more and more. Now I look into Andrew Luck as far as this is a player who I actually really want the Colts to pick, who I think they won't, but I would love, is Jim Harbaugh, Michigan coach.
Oh, he's not going nowhere.
I know he's not, but that's what I would love. Okay. He was Andrew Luck's coach once at Stanford.
They didn't get along though.
They didn't get along, Andy.
No, I'm saying they didn't get along at Stanford. Like apparently they had a rocky relationship.
Yeah, a little issue, but it worked out. But I also like the current Stanford head coach, who was the offensive coordinator when Andrew Luck was there. And during the time that Andrew Luck had a decent running back, Andrew Luck had a better season. Most quarterbacks. When we had Victor Ballard. Played one good year. Amazing season. Don't need a superstar running back for Andrew Luck to look great.
Yeah.
Just need a somewhat decent running back for Andrew Luck to look great. So if you can, when Frank Gore had 1,000 yards rushing with him, so it's like, and Andrew Luck had his better season with Frank Gore. So you don't need that superstar running back for Andrew Luck. What you need is more options for Andrew Luck to throw the ball to. So if you want to look anywhere, you look at wide receiver. In this draft, I know you said you like some players. I don't like too many wide receivers in the draft.
I mean, just the one kid I like.
From Alabama.
Sullen. Nah, he ain't from Alabama.
Oh, the Ridley? Not the Ridley
not
kid.
Ridley. Nah.
Corey Sutton.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's about the only receiver I looked at.
But then again, him too. He just seems like Kelvin Benjamin functions like just that.
I'm not gonna say that. Like,
he's a big man.
Funches Benjamin in college never looked like that. Like,
no, I'm just saying
he looks great hands. He looked like he was big.
He just looked like.
I say with this kid, he really got hands. That's what I look for with receivers. Can you go catch the ball with your hands? If you just catch it in your hands, like the route running part to me is like that's what makes you special. But what makes you a decent receiver?
What makes you a receiver? If you can't catch the ball, what's your point?
Correct.
You must play defense.
Yeah, I mean, but like good hands, like not that you just make it.
Oh, you mean like the Stickums?
Yeah, that's what kind of separates niggas from me.
Yeah. So then, wide receiver, I think we can go anywhere in the draft, but I pretty much think linebacker. Mm-hmm. And if the Colts go with linebacker, if either in free agency or in draft, if you go in free agency, get a good, decent linebacker. If you get, I don't know, Hightower from the Patriots or something, I don't see anyone floating around right now that needs to be get rid of. I think you need to really focus that on a draft and really focus it. Look at Reuben Foster and see how that Frisco defense looked different once he got there. Look at the Lions defense when Gerard Davis got there. Look at Arizona when they got rid of their top linebacker and they put Reddick and think right now. It's gonna come up when it pops up, and they look way different. Look better in that range
I think anybody like offensive. I think all offenses play better when they have a solid quarterback.
And defense play better when you have a solid middle linebacker quarterback who can quarterback that defense, and that's all it needs. If the defense is quarterback, I'm telling you, that's the best way to go. And that's my defend your squad.
Excellent defend your squad, bro. I think Indianapolis is a lot like the Giants. A lot of similar needs: running back, offensive line, and middle linebacker. I think we have the exact kind of needs. The Giants, I think, could go after Saquon Barkley, but I don't think it would make sense.
It's more important things than
I think really the talent. Warren Smith is the only player that makes sense for the Giants.
And I think that's where. Oh man, they might miss that one.
I feel like if they pick one of these two quarterbacks,
they might get picked. They might get Saquon Barkley.
Josh Rosen, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, like
he's talented. I think
like, you put you're
getting Zeke or you're getting Todd Gurley in the same sense. You're getting a superstar running back. Yeah. What I'm saying is either getting Zeke or you're getting Todd Gurley. That's your option of when you're getting Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
You're getting a superstar. Don't mind me. Colts getting him. I love it.
Okay.
But I think what makes sense for the future to make us go beyond.
That will maximize the future is not Saquon Barkley.
Mm-mm.
It's not. And it's not no Josh Rosen either. Like, but again, we'll see what they want to do, but we'll see how these teams play out.